Be yourself because everyone else is already taken. That's our quote of the day by the amazing man, Oscar Wilde. And before we move any further,
I would encourage you to caress that like button, and if you're new to this channel, make sure you subscribe and click the bell icon because I post videos every single day about self-development, self-improvement, and I share my life story.
So, I wanted to speed that up real quick so I don't waste too much of your time, but let's get straight into my story. So, for a very long moment, a very long period of my life, a huge chunk during high school, the end of high school, and throughout uni, I felt like I wasn't being genuine. I wasn't being my true self. I was always following the crowd. I was just a sheep, doing what everyone else was doing, just for the sake of it. And you could argue that's because I was young and I was dumb. I didn't know what my purpose was. But for myself, I felt like I was trying to impress others. I was trying to fit in with everyone else and not make a sound. I didn't want to stand out. I didn't want to be the odd one out. But now I realize life is all about being the odd one out. You can't be number one without being odd. And so I believe we all have this power, this purpose inside of us. Every single human being is different. If you're watching this video, there was never anyone quite like you. And there never will be anyone quite like you. You are unique. Just you being yourself, having gone through the experiences that you've been through, there will never ever be someone quite like you. And so that's your superpower. That's our superpower. We gotta use it. Every single person on this earth has a purpose. We all have our own gifts. We're all different in our different ways. We're all different in our different ways. We've all got our own tools, and we've all got our own way of being authentic. So going back to the story, I was always doing things that everyone was doing. For example, I was drinking alcohol every single week because everyone else was doing it. Today I went out for the first time in a while to meet up with people that I haven't seen for the first time because of COVID, obviously. And everyone else was drinking, but I wasn't because I chose not to, because I'm being authentic. I'm being genuine to myself. One thing about me is I get Asian flush. So when I drink, I turn beet red. Not even beet red, but beet purple. Like my whole face turns purple. I have a white nose and my heart's beating out my chest. I'm not feeling good. I don't enjoy drinking alcohol. So back then, when I wasn't genuine, when I wasn't authentic, I still did it anyways because everyone else was doing it. But now I'm like, I know myself. I know that that's not good for me. My body is literally telling me to stop. Stop putting that shit inside your fucking esophagus. Just chill, man. Bro. I'm telling you that you're dying right now and you're still putting that toxic stuff inside me. Why? Now I know. The body is smart. So I was doing things that was always just what the crowd does. I chose a uni degree that everyone else was doing. And then when that didn't work out, I chose a different degree that everyone else was doing, business. Before that, I was doing health science. And I dropped out twice. Why? Because it wasn't my true self. And I was slowly killing myself by staying there. And I'm so glad. As soon as I let go, so much weight was lifted off my shoulders. So that's my story about being inauthentic and how it can have a detrimental impact in your life. But if you are authentic, if you're your true self, there's so many benefits. Let me name a few. So I try to be as authentic as I can, as genuine as I can by recording my videos in one take. That comes with a lot of mistakes. That comes with a lot of ums and ahs and tongue twisters. But I would like to show you guys my truest self. Obviously, I'm still putting on a show in front of the camera. I'm trying to portray that I'm this nice guy that has no problems in the world, that's always happy. Of course, that's not my truest self, but this is my most authentic self when I'm speaking to the camera, because it's just flowing straight from my mind to the tongue, to the reality, to the, what do you call this? The environment, the physical plane. So everything's just coming out of me. But I wrote some points down and I want to get into them. The benefits, so why? You don't have to fake anything. When you're your true self, when you're your most authentic self, you don't have to lie. You just resonate your true self, your true being, and then you don't have to fake yourself, and that leads to less stress. And I feel like that's what we're all trying to achieve in life. Less stress. When you have less stress, you're just more happy. You don't care. You don't give a fuck. And so when you're your truest self, you have to worry about saying things and like pushing people away, because that goes straight into my next point. Your vibe attracts your tribe. So that there's a really strong quote. Those who matter don't mind, and those who mind don't matter. So if you're your truest self, you're gonna attract people. The people that are meant to be in your life. If you're your truest self, you're gonna repel people that aren't meant to be in your life. That's the greatest thing about it. Just be your truest self, and it's like the right people are gonna come. Your vibe attracts your tribe. They're gonna come. Like, it's just gonna, law of attraction, like attracts like. So, going to the third point. It helps you to remember your dreams. It helps you to connect with your inner child. It helps you to remember what you wanted before society fucked you up. It helps you to remember your passions, what you really want out of life before your mom told you this, your dad told you that, your best friend told you this, your teacher told you that. I've always wanted to dunk a basketball ever since I was 16. When I saw LeBron James at the 2008 Olympics in China, woo! I was like, I want to do that. And I started pursuing it. I started pursuing it really hard. For like a whole year, I got really good. I touched the ring up to here. I was like 55 kilos. So I had huge legs, tiny upper body, so I could jump really high. But I gave up because my hands were too small. I couldn't dunk all the way. I hit a plateau. And then I let go of that dream for 10 years. 10 whole years. Now I'm back at it again. Losing my breath. I'm back at it again because I'm being authentic again. I'm remembering my dreams. I remember what I really want to do as a kid. And so when you're authentic, you remember, and then you're just happy all the time. So how we talked about why it's important, but how can we do it? How can we practically do it step by step, little bit by little bit, compounding interest? So how? I got like 5 points here. Don't give a shit about what others think about you. That's the number one, I believe. Because a wise man once said, if you care about what others think, you will always be their prisoner. Just worry about yourself. Don't worry about what others think. That's none of your business. The less you worry about what they think, the more true you will become. You will just do things because you want to. You don't care about what others think. That's number one. Number two, accept your past. Every saint has a past. Every sinner has a future. No one's perfect. Accept it. I have a shitty past. Like I did a lot of things I'm not proud of, but they are what made me who I am. There are so many things I regret. But would I change it? No. I would not change anything in my life, because everything I did in my life has led me up to who I am right now. You have to accept your past. Once you accept your past, you can focus on your future. Accept your past helps you to live in the present, and then you can focus on your future. Okay, that's number 2. Number 3, don't aim to please others. That's just a little subcategory of don't worry about what others think. Don't do things to please others. So many people do things, work the job that they hate, to buy the thing that they don't even like, sorry, I'm butchering this right now, but so many people work a job that they hate so they can buy the thing just to please and impress the people that they don't even like. Why? I don't understand. I do understand, but I've been there before. That's not the way, guys. It's not the way. Don't please others. Please yourself. Make yourself proud. Number 4, forgive yourself. That's just like accepting your past. Forgive yourself. You've made mistakes. It's okay. You had to make those mistakes to grow. It's life experience. You can't have the highs without the lows. You can't have the highs without the lows. Roller coaster. Life is a roller coaster. Okay, last point. Speak to your inner child, guys. I cannot stress this enough. Speak to your inner child. Your inner child is calling out to you. She's trying to break out of there, guys. Children have got life all figured out, guys. And we gotta learn from these guys. Before society broke us down, before the educational system forced us to keep off the grass, don't jump in puddles. And kids, we as adults secretly want to do these things because that's the joy of life, the little things. You just want to do things for the sake of it. You want to scream, you want to chuck your hands up, you want to throw a tantrum, you want to scream, you want to run around naked. But we're not allowed to do that because of society, because it's shunned, because it's looked down upon. Do you know why? It's because the educational system, all systems in society, they want obedient workers that shut up, sit down, shut up and do their job. They don't want anarchists. They don't want pioneers that will break out of the social norm and break barriers and disrupt the world. They want worker bees that do what they're told and listen and shut up. They don't want people that are radicals and that change the world, mold it towards for their own, to help themselves. They don't want people that are speaking up against the authorities. So, going back to that 5th point, speak to your inner child. There's a very highly likely chance that inner child has been neglected in you. All of us have an inner child. You just gotta listen. Thanks guys for tuning in again one last time.
I would encourage you to click that like button. Click the subscribe because I post videos every single day. I share my stories and I want to just spread the love. See you later, guys. You got the love, you got the love, you got the love. Good
night. So I'm so sleepy right now. I'm gonna wake up in like 6 hours. Good night. It's like 12:30. 4 hours past my bedtime. Okay, maybe 3 hours past my bedtime. But good night.